All right, guys, so here's another project for this afternoon. It's on the 140M machine. Cat, very nice machine, pretty. But I guess this is a common problem. I almost started without filming this, so it's got some cracks right along this area. But that crack was exposed because there was more issues underneath. This guy's cracked up all along there, and all along in there, and above in there. So this is gonna be a fun one. Not really, but doable. It's cracked in that area as well. It almost looks like they put a little bit of a weld there to try and help it, but of course it didn't. It held for a little while and it worked, right? So now they got us out here to do some gouging and some welding, so we'll take care of all this area here. That's a good long run. Okay, so a lot of work ahead of us. Got 2 of these units to do. That side is also broken right in that area, so we're gonna be busy. Yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so I got pretty deep in there, so much so that I almost started poking through on the opposite side, which is fine because it'll make it easier on me not having to gouge that far on the bottom side, which is of course tougher. So now we're at the point of go ahead and running some weld passes in there and you know, filling her up. This time we're going to be using a self-shielded wire. Of course it's on the other side, but it's a Fab Shield 21B wire, and I tend to like it for these conditions out here. Very windy, and it works well. That's what I've used for years. So now it's time to glue it all together, at least from this top half. Okay, let's do that. well, that one looks really good. Came out smooth as butter. Not bad. So now we'll do the bottom sides, and I kind of should have started on the bottom because it did warp up a little bit, and I mean, it is what it is, right? So I'll have to try and fix that. But anyway, that's done. Now all the hard part from under here. So let's see if we can squeeze our way in there. I'm going to try and raise this machine up as high as it can go, so I don't have to crawl under there too badly. Let's do that. Alright, so we got these guys out of the way. That'll make more room for us to gouge in here. It's still not going to be easy because it's still very tight, cramped quarters. But I will be able to gouge just a little bit and possibly put a layer or two of weld on this side. Most of the gouging will be done by that side, from that side I should say. This one is easily accessible, so I'll just gouge as deep as I can here. Same thing with up here. You can kind of see discoloration where the gouging was coming through. From up there, so things are looking okay. We're gonna leave these guys here because that was the adjustment for the tension or the shim adjustment. So we'll leave that as it is, and we'll keep moving forward. So things are looking all right. Okay, so I cleaned up some of this area here. You can almost see where it's there's a root pass right there from just welding it from the top side. I did punch a hole right at the beginning. I'll clean all this up there. I want to leave these bolts here, I think, but I may remove them because it's just easier to gouge all that. I mean, this guy runs pretty far, all the way up to here, so I'm gonna go about an inch further, something like that. And this guy over here, something like that, same here. And of course this guy right here. So lots of work yet still to do on this side, and then I'll try to access some of this inside. Here you can see also some of that root weld kind of penetrating through, so that's good. I don't have to gouge too much, or maybe I can just put a single pass and that should burn through it all. Here it's another spot of a tough spot, trying to gouge in there. All this stuff raining down on me is not gonna be fun, but that's why they call it work. All right, keep going. about as deep as I'm going. That is pretty deep. When you look at that hole in there and how deep that is, I'm right on that edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up. That'll close this gap up a little bit more. It may expose these gaps up here, these cracks out here a little bit, because it's gonna pull, and then I can just gouge from the back. So almost there. A lot of welding. Oh, I found another crack in that area, so I decided to follow it, and it disappeared, so that's good. All right, welding. Okay, so it doesn't look that good. It's pretty flat. Here I got a little bit of a high spot in the center, but I'm gonna run some stringers now. One there, one on top, should be good. Same thing here. I'm gonna run a couple stringers to kind of fill in, make it closer to flush. So things are looking good. This did close up like I'd expected, so that's good. So that's looking really nice. So now we'll have to see what the other side looks like once I get done with this. Let me finish this up right quick, then I'll start. Maybe I'll gouge the other side. It's easier since it's on the outside. We'll see. All right, let me keep going. Okay, that part is done. I'll gouge the opposite side of this, and then I'll come back and put some weld in there. But this is taking a lot longer than I thought. It's pretty tough, but it is what it is. Let's keep going. Okay, so we got this side done. This weld looks very shallow because it was. I did all the gouging from the other side. This came out pretty flat. I guess you can't tell. That came out pretty good. So we're gonna button this side up by putting these, I guess they're shoes. I don't know what they're called. Whatever goes right here, those crazy things. Put them back on and work on the other side. All right. Guys, well, I think that's gonna do it for us. I do have the other side to do, but it's gonna be the same rinse and repeat, wash, rinse and repeat, right? So I got this side done, got that up in there done. put all that back together. Came out pretty good. So we're just gonna leave it at that, because that other side's gonna be a little trickier, and it's gonna be, you know, kind of boring. Same old, same old. Like I said, this came out good, and that's pretty much it. So I hope you learned something. At least I learned how tough it is. That was actually a tough little job, but we got it done. Well, half of it done. Well, we're gonna do the other half here in a second. So we're gonna move the machine around and get after that. So thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.